All right, guys. Sorry I had to step away for a minute. So I'm back. And we're learning about Cuba. Having some food. So yes, that's what we're doing tonight. Get some, not a double cheese and sausage, but it's a little bit of pepperoni. Not bad. Grandpapa pizza. Not bad. It's like New York style, flat deli pepperoni. Big size, no frill. Okay. Yeah, I think I tried that one. I think there's one I haven't done. Trying to remember. I did the Flamin' Hot one. I don't think I did the other one, the chicken crispy burrito. I think that's the one I still have to do. But yeah, I got the Cuba shirt on. Actually, it's not too bad. A little thin, but not that bad. Perfect to learn about Cuba, have some food. Totally awesome. Just what the hell are you doing, Mr. Spicoli? You can't eat on my time. Well, I've been thinking about that, Mr. Hond. And since I'm here and you're here, isn't it our time? And isn't there anything wrong with a little feast on our time? You're right, Mr. Spicoli. You're absolutely right. It is your time. Your time, my time, and everybody else's. Okay, everyone. Mr. Spicoli has been kind enough to bring us a treat. Everybody, get a good one. Get a good slice of pizza. Yeah, there you go. Classic scene. Classic movie. Never had anybody order a pizza in class, but maybe they did. Who knows? That would be cool. I guess that would be okay. What else? Yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff on that website. Moonshot. So check it out, man. They had so many different movies, TV shows, and then they had funny stuff and other things as well. All kinds, so many different things to choose from. I've seen a lot. What did I do? 80s teas, Tea Public. There's one called Redbubble. Once Upon a Tea, I've got a few from them. Those are pretty much the standard ones. Tea Public. They got a lot there too. They get a lot of sales on that one. A lot of unique stuff though. And let's see what else. Let's see what else. So like I said, Papa John's brought out their new big pop-up, Grand Papa Pizza. That's a new one. We don't have a Pizza Hut, so I can't do anything from Pizza Hut. In fact, they don't have anything within like 200 miles, so not able to get anything from them. Mostly the ones here are Papa John's, Domino's, Round Table, Mountain Mike's, Little Caesars. About it. We have a couple like family places, but that's really it. Some of them are kind of expensive though. I heard they're opening a deep dish place downtown. I don't know when that's going to open up. Hey, Bat. Hey, Brett. Yeah, like I said, learn about Cuba, having some food. Had to take care of a couple things, and now I'm back. Yeah, I've had I think I had a Cuban sandwich one time. The ham and pickle pressed down panini style. I don't know if I've had like, real chicken or anything like that. I don't think we really have any Cuban style restaurants here. Maybe more San Francisco might have them. I remember I got one from long time ago when they had it before they closed it. I went to Hooters. That was in a couple towns over, and I did get their Cuban sandwich at Hooters. Didn't get the wings. I think I sat at the bar and I had a Cuban style sandwich. It was all right. But you don't go there for the food. No, they're gone around here. I don't think we have any around here anymore. There might be a couple places, but I think they've pretty much shut down. We had one a couple of towns over, but I think they ended up closing like a couple years back. There's really no more anymore around here. And I think we even had some of the ones called the Tilted Kilt. And they used to have a bikini drive-through for coffee. Yeah, I've heard that. I did see the one that was called bikini baristas or something like that. It was like a little kiosk, and it was like a drive-through, and apparently the girls came out in bikinis. I think that pretty much shut down. I did hear about that. And I had heard that they had like Asian bars, and they were a front for other things, and I think they ended up shutting those down. Well, yeah, it's just like it was a little kiosk, and the girls would be, it was like, like the old photo mat little huts, and enough room for like two people, and I think the girls were in bikinis when they came and brought you your coffee in a bikini. But I think they ended up shutting it down, probably because too many people. Hey, can't have that. We got kids around here. Don't want girls showing off body parts, especially early in the morning, in the mid of winter. And they're out there in bikinis, you know. Oh well. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they kind of got rid of those now. I'd heard the other ones that did. They were fronts for the massage parlor, bar kind of things, and they were fronts for other things, and they ended up getting raided and shut down. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, they have. I think they still have some of those places over in San Francisco that you can go, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything ever since everything got shut down. I don't know if they still have those places open anymore. Yeah, okay. Yeah, about right. But I know there were some places in San Francisco that were adult oriented theaters. But I don't even know if they're still around anymore. I know once everything got shut down, I think that was pretty much closed, and I don't know that they do that anymore. Haven't paid attention to that since like the 90s, so yeah. Oh well, there are places like that, depending on where you want to go. I've heard there's some in Reno. What was it? The one, the Bunny Ranch out in Reno. they they offered to take me there one time. Yeah, that's what I've heard. You know, nosy busybodies didn't like that kind of thing in their neighborhood. Corrupting people. It's just girls in bikinis selling coffee. I mean, come on. What a heart attack. Yeah, I just remember when I was in Reno years ago. Um, I think I was taking a cab somewhere from one place to another, and the guy's like, "Hey, I'll give you a deal. I'll take you out there, and you know, you get your freak on, and bring you back, and it only cost you like $50 plus whatever you want to spend." I'm like, no, 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 thanks. But I think he got kickbacks. Apparently, you could go there. They had a bar. You can go and sit at the bar and make a deal. Spin the wheel, make a deal. But this was like what, 90s, 2000s, or whatever. Back when I used to frequent the club circuit, but I haven't been to clubs in 25, 30 years. So yeah, not my thing anymore. Yeah, me and my buddies, we used to go out, you know, to all the different stuff, but yeah, it's not anymore. Got to be expensive too. And I had one friend, man. He's like a stick in the mud. We'd go out, and then afterwards we'd like hit up somewhere to eat. No, I think that's more Southern California. I don't think they had anything like that here. No dance clubs. But I remember my one friend. We'd go afterwards. We'd hit up somewhere like late night food. And he only ate certain things, man, and he hated it. He wouldn't eat any vegetables at all. He said he couldn't eat anything green. So we'd go like somewhere like for a diner or whatever, all you can eat, late night, and he'd go, "I don't want to get anything, man. They don't have anything good on the menu. You won't eat salad. You won't eat anything green. You won't eat any vegetables." Only vegetables he ate was like potatoes, like French fries, mashed potatoes. He hated anything else. I was like, dude, can't take you anywhere. Because I remember one time we did go somewhere and he went, we got Chinese food, fried rice, and he was sat there and picked all the peas out of the fried rice. Took him like a half an hour. He was pissed. I'm like, dude, it's peas. They're not going to kill you. You're not going to die if you eat something green. He's like, I don't like them. Oh no, it's many years. After a couple of times and he was too picky, I was like, oh, sorry, dude, you're on your own, man. I can't take you anywhere. Too much trouble. So I dreaded every time I went somewhere. I don't know. I just remember every time going somewhere, man, kind of dreaded going anywhere with him because he's just so way too picky. Yeah, he was just he was particular. So, oh well. Back in the heyday, I don't do that anymore. Pretty much stay at home. So what else? Trying to think if there was anything interesting. Oh yeah, that's what I said. But that's way in the past. So I don't do that anymore. Used to do all that crazy stuff and go out, but then yeah, once everything kind of shut down, then they did away with all the stuff. They don't do that anymore. Used to have the late night stuff, and they made the circuits and all that. And I think most of those places have kind of closed down now. So yeah, we did go. Like I said, that's kind of where I went with. I think we took a trip to Reno. We went to a strip club, and my one friend kind of like went crazy. I don't know what happened. He fell in love, and it's like, dude, they're dancers. You can't fall in love here. They just want your money. But he was naive, and he'd never been out. He was surprised they were so easy to talk to. It's like, dude, they'll say anything for $5. No, this was my other friend that we would go with. He was kind of like led a sheltered life. He'd never been to the big city. He took him up to Reno. He didn't even know how to gamble. And I was like, dude, you've never played a slot machine? Nope. He's like a country bumpkin. It's like, dude, I'll show you how to gamble. Got $5? He's like, yeah. I put it in there. Put it in the machine. Puts the $5 in the machine. And it's like, spin it a couple times. Spin it a couple times. Money's gone. You gambled. So, dude, that's not right. I didn't win anything. Yeah, that's how they stay in business. They take your money. He's, dude, that's not fair. It's gambling. Same thing happens in the clubs. They take your money. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that was back, way long time ago now. It's gambling costs way too much now. Back in the day when everything was comped and all that. Now, forget it. Rooms and everything. Oh yeah, I mean he was like a deer in the headlights when we first went there, man. Gave him $5, put him up on the stage, and he just like chin hanging down all the time. And we're like, dude. He's like, huh? Yeah, he thought it was better than Disneyland. But he had to pry him out with a crowbar. Yeah, he was gone. His mind just like. I'm like, look, dude, we're here to enjoy the show. You have a good time. You have a couple drinks. You get to see the girls, and then you go home with an empty wallet. Basically, what it was, I guess. Said you could either feed the slot machines, or you could spend it on the girls. Reminds me of that was Armageddon, when they were going up to go into space, and they went there the night before. Oh yeah, he did, but yeah, they just wanted the money. But yeah, it's like they were there the night before, and he's dropped like 10K on the girls because he thought he was gonna die, and figured, what the hell, blow the whole wad on Molly Mounds. But that did have a happy ending. He ended up coming back and getting with Molly Mounds. She quit the stripping, and they got married. If only it worked out that way, but sadly, no. What is this famous quote? Yeah, I don't know. I'm in debt because I spent 10,000 on a stripper named Molly Mounds. And I owe money to a loan shark. Yeah, Van Wilder, and then I the Rise of Taj was the second one. Wasn't as good. Ben Wilder. Yeah, that one was pretty good. That was funny. I hadn't seen that for a little while. A lot of classic older movies that I used to watch. Some of them from the 70s are kind of tough to find now. The teen movies, they always made the vow to score. Yeah, I remember that. Make it rain. Make it rain, baby. But yeah, now forget it. Too expensive for all that stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if they do that anymore, to tell you the truth. Ever since, they changed the rules and they shut everything down. Well, it depends on where you go. Some of them, they have rules. Some of them you can't do anything. Some of them are a little more lax. I remember when there was one thing, and they were really enforcing it, a 6 foot rule. You had to stay 6 feet away from the dancers at all times and sit on your hands. Now, I don't know if that's still the thing, but because I remember the one I was in the thing, and the guy actually came by when the girls were dancing. He came by with like a yardstick, and he's like, had the girl, and then he would go out to the front of the room, and you had to stay 6 feet away from the stage while they were performing. You couldn't go any closer. Yeah. Candy bar, cinnamon toast. What's yeah, all the names. What's the one? How bunny? Rocky Mountains. Oh baby. They had all those on Married with Children, man. Always had the girls on there. At the nudie bar. Remember that? At the nudie bar. At the jiggly room, yeah. It's a jiggly. We're here for the jiggly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that. They don't really have that in here anymore. Kind of, yeah, like a bygone era now, I guess. Back in the heyday, that was the thing to do when I was younger, but yeah, not anymore. Oh yes, I love the classic scene. Hey, what it be, bro? You're a pimp? You look like Gandhi. Hey, I'm telling you what I am, bro. I want women. Women are good. They do anything you want. I need them for a bachelor party in the Parkview Hotel. That would be out of sight, dude. Customers in same hotel. Let you have them at cut rate price for 45 minutes. Not a minute more, or Milt will come for you. Who's Milt? And he, this being Milt. Pretty heavy, eh, dude? Shake on it? Then later on, I'm looking for the dunghead who stole my women. I want my bitches back. He's been a liar to me. Holy shit, I'm getting Milt. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah, that was a great movie, man. All the classic scenes on that one. I love the pimp scene though. Milt. The Gandhi the pimp. No, it just dropped. I'm probably gonna try it tomorrow. The thing just dropped, and like I said, I have to do testing tomorrow, so I will probably try it on the way when I'm done with testing. Because I got to do testing tomorrow and then the next day. So in the afternoon, so I'll go down there, check that out. At a five days of Freddy, whatever. Tomorrow I'm testing pain medicine, and then Thursday is a discussion about cat litter. So I don't know, just happened to. That's what came up. So, anyways, I'll check those out. But like I said, yeah, tomorrow I'll have to. I go in the afternoon, so I'll go check it out. Well, it's two different places. That's the thing. One's here in town and one's in the next town over, and they're different companies. That's what the people want, so And I've done the one, like I said, where I've done it, the home evaluation of the cat litter, where you take it home for 2 weeks. You go and you pick it up, and then you have the cat check it out, and then you give your opinion. But I think this one's just going to be like a focus group where they have you talk about it based on the advertising, and I've done that before. You give your opinion about the packaging and whether it's got handles or what's easy to open, or if you like the artwork or any of that. Sometimes they have different packages, or they put different logos or fonts and all that stuff, and you're supposed to tell them what ones you like better, whether you'd buy it or not. It is different though, especially when you have to deal with it. If you got to pick these big containers with the handles or plastic or whatever. Yeah, well, like I said, I was lucky because they've got a clause in there where I can only do it like every 60 days. But I guess they waived the time for this one particular test. So I'll check that one out. And I'll probably go check out Popeyes, because it's not too far from the testing places on the way on home. Check that out. What else? Yeah, Little Caesars got a new one. I think they're supposed to have the holiday pies back at McDonald's. I haven't checked the app. I don't know if they're going to get it or not. I did see Chick-fil-A's got the peppermint shake. I don't know if I've had that one. A couple other ones. I pretty much got everything from Jack in the Box. The Gremlins Munchie meal, the Gremlins snack shake. That one's actually not too bad. A little pricey. The midnight sauce, and I was kind of mad at Jack in the Box, man. Because actually, what happened was, I went the first time. I got everything. I got the Gremlins meal. I got the shake, and I got the chicken sandwich. And when I started doing the review, they didn't give me the midnight sauce. I was like, man, you guys suck. So I went back and did it, and they actually gave me the midnight sauce the second time. That was the main selling point of that thing, was the midnight sauce, the dip on the chicken. But yeah, the tacos were good. The curly fries and all that was actually pretty good. I found out it was hot honey, apparently. I hate when they do that, man, because unless you tell them, and you specifically have to like dig through your bag while you're at the drive-thru to make sure they've included everything. Because actually, I asked them when I went up there, I said, did you put the air freshener in there? And, yeah, I put the air freshener in the bag. Okay. So I figured, hey, you put the sauce in the bag. No, they had buttermilk ranch instead, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was actually pretty good. I love their tacos. Their chicken tenders are okay. The shake was good, a little pricey. The chicken sandwich was not bad. So I know I don't know why they're doing it. Is it the anniversary of Gremlins? Maybe that's what they're going for. Yeah. I like their tacos. A lot of people don't. A lot of people go, oh man, that's gross. It's mystery meat, it's deep fried, it's like gross. I like them. Because it's not like Taco Bell. Not the crunchy, they're deep fried and greasy and mystery meat paste. And a slice of American cheese, not grated cheese or not cheese sauce. And the taco sauce. It's tacos, man. Late night munchies. Because they've got my Jack in the Box is right next to a bar. And it's like just an unnamed bar. And I know a lot of people when the bar would close at like 2 o'clock in the morning, people would hop over to Jack in the Box and stock up on tacos and, whatever else, egg rolls, I guess. They'd just go through the drive-thru, 50 tacos. Late night drunk food, man. Couldn't beat it. Because like I said, the bar was literally next door to the drive-thru. Yeah, this one, literally, when you go through the drive-thru, the bar is right there in the parking lot, and you see people out in the parking lot, and a lot of times people would get in the line. I don't think they do, believe it or not. I haven't seen the mini tacos on the menu. And they actually got rid of a couple items. I was mad. They got rid of the fajita pita. That went away a couple years ago. Also the bacon cheddar potato wedges went away. They came back briefly. But yeah, they got rid of the fajita pita, man. They still have the teriyaki bowl, but they got rid of the fajita pita. Somewhere along the line, they discontinued it. Guess it wasn't a popular item. But yeah, tacos is still a late night staple. And if you use the app, 2 for $99, so I'm gonna use that app. Yeah, some of those things have been around for many, many years, and I guess they just weren't popular. No one ordered them. They said, okay, we're gonna get rid of them. So they've had a lot of different stuff over the years. Yeah, crunchy tacos, bean burritos, the cheap drunk food. Although now it's not so cheap, but I know that, Taco Bell is open late night, but Jack in the Box is open 24/7, so that's the good part. Yeah, you can go out at 3 in the morning and get yourself some tacos. Can't get that at Taco Bell. But yeah, I used to go through drive through. You can get breakfast anytime. You can get tacos anytime. I noticed at McDonald's you can't get certain stuff after midnight. I think the fryers, they shut them down if they're open 24. Yeah, it'd be different. Spaghetti taco. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, only a few places are open 24 hours in town. Not very many. I think Jack in the Box and 7-Eleven are really the only ones that are open 24. And in my one grocery store, I think they're open, but they like close at like 2 o'clock or something for like a half an hour. They have to, I think they mop the floor and they run the registers. So they actually shut the store down. But then they reopen it. And then if you ever go there late night, you got to find someone to check you out. No, some of them are, though, if it's a super Walmart. But they don't have, I found out they don't have certain things. If it was a super Walmart, they have like a deli and all that stuff, but they closed that down. So, but yeah, that's really it. It's Jack in the Box and 7-Eleven, and some of them are open till like 1 or 2. I think In-N-Out's open till 1. And I think some of the other ones are open late, but most of them, yeah, they close after a while. I know McDonald's closes by like 10. Yeah, they would do that too. You'd go into one I got's local Safeway, and you go in there and they have all the stuff sprawled out all over the floor, and the guys are stocking. You can't get anywhere because there's boxes over the floor. And then if you get your stuff, and then you have to go to the checkout, and you have to find someone to check you out because they're busy stocking the shelves. And yeah, occasionally I would do that. I remember when I worked graveyard shift, and I'd be working, graveyard, and sometimes like say you go food run, and it was like the only thing that was open over there was, like I said, Jack in the Box and the grocery store. Yeah, they closed it off. But then I remember going in there, and it's like, okay, well, you just go around there and find someone to check you out. But yeah, sometimes late nights, slim pickings. Yes, you could go to 7-Eleven or some of those ones, Quick Stop, or one of those mini marts are open sometimes, 7-Elevens. Yeah, I know on the weekends some of them do that, but I don't know. I just we have one Circle K in the whole area. Um, I don't know it's ours because it's actually way way down the road. I go there if I go to the other one. It's in the next town, but they're the only Circle K even close to me. So they are. I don't know if they're open or not. 24. I know they have certain exclusive drinks and stuff over at Circle K. I just see. I remember when I worked when I was working graveyard shift, and you go over to 7-Eleven. Sometimes I had to make the mistake of going there around like 1:30, and everybody shut down. 2 o'clock. They shut the bars down. They stopped serving alcohol. And sometimes I'd go there like right before 2 o'clock, and the people would come running in there, grab a case of beer, throw it on the counter, and say, "Hey, sell me the beer. I got 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes to two. Sell me the beer." And they're like, "No, you can't sell it." And he said, "Why not?" He says, "We shut down 15 minutes ahead of time. They lock the coolers. The computer shuts it down. Doesn't let you purchase it." They were like desperate to get the alcohol at 1:59. So one time they got in a fight with the guy trying to pull the beer. They were wrestling over a case of beer. So I don't know. I don't like beer either. I've never really been into beer, but I don't know. Some people, they don't think ahead. Like I said, if you're gonna drink beer and drink it at home, stock up for the night. Don't make a beer run at quarter to two when you know everybody's gonna close up at 2 o'clock. And I think they open them up again at like 6 in the morning, where you can start buying beer again. Why they close them for a couple hours? I don't know. Yeah, I know they close up here about 2, and I think they open again like at 6 or 8 o'clock in the morning. They open the sales, and from what I understand, the registers actually will not ring up anything. They shut it down. There's no alcohol sales after 2. So, like they said, they can't even sell it even if they wanted to because the system is shut down. That's that's at least that's here in California. Now, some other states they don't really care. You could drink 24/7. I know in Reno you could drink 24/7. Las Vegas, Nevada's. Yeah, I never really been into the drinking. Never been into the whole party thing. So never really cared for it myself. But I know some people like gotta have that drink. But eh, everybody's a little different. So you know, do what you do. So what else? Been a lot of. There's not as many bars as there once were in town. We used to have like I don't know 5 or 6 of them, but I really don't see the bars much anymore. I don't really go there. I know there's one over when I would go to Domino's sometimes. Late night, I'd go to Domino's and go pick it up, and there was a bar right next to it, and I'd always hear the karaoke and the people out front. It got a little bit rowdy. It's just the alcohol content or whatever, I guess. Doesn't have much aftertaste. It's very, it evaporates quickly. I think that's why they say dry. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody might know the name around here, but I don't go to them, so I haven't been to a bar in 30 years. So nah, never really stood for that one. I remember, man, when used to work at a pizza parlor, the guys were like totally into like going to the bars. They wanted to go this one time. It was a pool hall, and it was a real scuzzy bar. And we were, I think I was 20, and I think they were like 18, and you could go there to play pool, but you couldn't drink. And they would go there and they go play pool. It was like this real scuzzy bar. And they wanted to play pool, and I guess the owner let him play pool, and he'd have like a soda. But the guy was kind of like kind of rude and mean. He reminded me of like the guy from Weird Science. Drink it. Excuse me, sir. You want it straight up? How about you bend over and I shove this straight? That Blind Dog bourbon will get you every time. Drink it. Kind of remind me of that guy. He was like kind of rude and kind of obnoxious, and he was always yelling at people, "Get out of my bar!" Yeah, they had that girl, Vanessa Angel, was like, I think it was on like 1 or 2 seasons. Wasn't the same. Kelly O'Brock was not the same. The guys were not the same. Yeah, I kind of remember that when they had. What was that other one? They had USA High. It was kind of like the Weird Science. Yeah, these guys would get kicked out a lot because they'd stay there like closing, and I don't think the guy liked being open. But they like, for some reason, they were like totally into the pool, and I was like, boring. So I didn't hang out with them anymore. I don't know, go out after we got done working at the pizza parlor. They wanted to go hang out and play pool till like 2 in the morning. I'm like, this is boring, man. I'm just going home, dude. You go do your thing. It was just boring. Like I said, they couldn't drink. They just play pool and have a soda. Deal with the grouchy guy. So, not my thing. Those are the same idiots that they got on that was so dumb. They were so stupid. They were like into like, I guess, thrill seeking, and I remember when the pizza parlor was right across the street from the train tracks, and the train would come in to town late at night, and it would slow down because I had to go across the thing. And they decided that what they were gonna do was they were gonna hop on the train. When the train slowed down, they hopped on it and they rode it down to the next couple towns, and then they would hop off, and then another train would come back and they'd ride it back. And one night they decided they were gonna do this, and I was closing up at the pizza parlor, and they went off. They hopped on the train. I was doing the closing, and I was getting ready to go, and the phone rings. And it's these guys, and they're like 3 towns over. I'm just about ready to head out, and they're like, dude, the train didn't come back. We're stuck out here. Come pick us up. We'll pay you, dude. I'm I'm not driving 45 minutes to pick you dudes up. You're on your own. He's like, dude, we'll pay you. We'll pay you. I said, I'm going home. I'm going to sleep. Good night. I hung up. Then I found out that they had to they had to take a cab home. And they ended up, it cost us $75. It's like, well, then you won't be hopping on you won't be hopping on any more trains anymore, will you? I told you not to do it, dummies. Yeah, they didn't hop on any more trains after that. They first of all, it's stupid. You can, you can get hurt on a train, and then you might end up in, you might end up in China, shipped off in a basin or a cargo container. Who knows, I don't know. But yeah, they were not bright. Not the brightest bulbs. But yeah, that was all the crazy stuff, I used to do that. But I guess the craziest thing I did was I'd stay at the pizza parlor and play Gauntlet. No, I'd play Gauntlet till 2 in the morning. We had the Gauntlet game, and I'd get a roll of quarters, and I'd play Gauntlet till like 2 in the morning. Green elf is about to die. That was great. Back in the day. They had that I almost was going to get that. I think it was at Moonshot where they had the Gauntlet t-shirt. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I like Gauntlet 2 wasn't as good, although those were kind of cool. Reflective shots and extra power. And then the thief would come and take it. Blue elf now has magic power. Those were great. Missed those games. All the old, just basic games, Shinobi, the race car games, pole position, Gauntlet. We played a lot. Mario Brothers. Oh no, they went out. They went out years ago. Now it's a cafe. Yeah, I don't know if we had Pac-Man. It was mostly just a couple of games that they would have. I know a lot of the ones would have the tabletop Pac-Man or Galaga or Space Invaders. Those were kind of cool. But yeah, we would play those on our breaks. We'd play Space Invaders or Gauntlet, or was it what is that one? Iron Man race car game. Ivan Putskis or something like that. Yeah, Asteroids, Galaga, Defender, Stark. What was that one? Burger Time. Was it Kangaroo? Burger Time with Satan's Fury, Satan's Hollow, Space Fury. God, what else? A whole bunch of those cool ones were all Warlords. Dig Dug. I remember that one. I played some of those. Mostly like the video games. Tron, Battlefront. What was that other one? A couple other ones like that. Golden Axe, that was a good one. And they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Simpsons and all the multiplayer games. Those were cool. I played those for a while. What else? Yeah, I used to play all those video games, man. They don't do the arcades much anymore. If you get the old systems like Nintendo 64 and maybe the old PlayStations. Yeah, I remember those. Golden Axe, and I had the Nintendo 64 and I used to play Gauntlet Legends. Remember that one? That was like a home version of it. It was like 3D though. That was cool. First day. And was it Diablo? Diablo 3? All the computer games. I haven't played those in many years, so it's been a while. Like I said, I don't have any game systems. I don't have a. The last one I had was an Xbox, the original Xbox, and I had a Sega. What was the one? Game Gear, the portable one. I had that, and I had the old. Yeah, what was that other one? Game Boy SP, the one that folded. That's how long ago that was. Yeah, I don't get into the new ones. I think the Game Gear, I think it was. Then I had the Sonic the Hedgehog game, and it was a little handheld thing that was ahead of its time. I remember the big one was the Dreamcast. Everybody was like, "Cool, Dreamcast," and I mean, a lot of people liked it. It just didn't catch on. Sega and Jaguar, and it was a Dreamcast, and a whole bunch of other games and systems that they had. But yeah, they pretty much got bypassed. And once PlayStation and Xbox and all this stuff kind of went on the wayside. Yeah, I can't see paying the the PS5 is a couple like 500-600 bucks, and then like $50 a game, and that's all you do is you play the different games, and you pop, 50-60 bucks a pop. Can't get into it. That's why I use my tablet. I just download the free games. That's about it. Yeah, I don't even know. I haven't priced it. Like I said, the last one I had was the Xbox. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just not so much into that. And I don't have a PC. I don't have a laptop. I go with my phone and my tablet. I'm good. Lots of free games to try. I don't really do too much. I do like the adventure games and some other slots and stuff like that. But most of the time, yeah, I'm not into all that big, heavy shooter games. What is it? Fortnite and Halo and all that. I just can't get into that. I used to be into the Commodore 64. I used to have that, or original. I had an original like PC, but I haven't done any of that for quite a while. It's just not something I'd get into. I know some people are way into the gaming, the Sims, the other. Nah, I used to do the Sims for a little while, and then that got kind of boring. Um, Slot machines sometimes. I don't know. It's just games kind of don't have much. Nah, I believe it or not, I've never played any of those. Never played Fortnite. Never played Minecraft. I don't even think I've played anything at all for the last long time. Yeah, I know some people are like way into the shooter games. Like I did do that World of Warcraft for a little while. I had a PC and I was on that for a little bit. Then I got bored and I quit that and just did away with that. But some people are way into that um, the shooter games with the headgear, and they go on missions and all that. I mean, that's great for them. I just kind of find it boring. But I know some people are way into the way into the missions. I don't know. Yeah, Black Ops. I don't know. I just not for me. I like the more casual games, like the little adventure games or any of the. Yeah, that was for its time. That was kind of cool. I watched, believe it or not, I used to play. What was it? Grand Theft, I think 3, Grand Theft Auto 3. I think it was on the. I think it was on the Nintendo 64. Nah, that's kind of boring. But I just play that thing and I do the cheat codes and just go around and do all the crazy stuff. And, not getting anything real serious. I just like the games where you could just sit back and play and relax and just walk away for it for a while. What I've been playing this one called Magic Cabin. It's kind of like an adventure thing, and it's kind of like Farmville. I think you go on missions and you produce stuff and you make things and give the orders and all that. It's kind of relaxing, kind of fun. You get your energy and you produce like cakes and farm stuff. Oh yeah, Farmville was like the big one, and was it Farmland? I think was the original one that you used to play on Facebook. All those old games. But yeah, I like the stuff. You don't have to. It's way laid back. You don't have to worry about it. You go in and check in every once in a while. You check your stuff out, and then you just move on, and that's it. No real big mission or big anything like that. And if you don't have to worry about failing or dying or not completing a mission, just get back to it whenever you want. Those are the best ones, and it's like I said, low key, casual, just to pass the time. Relax. Don't worry about it. Like that one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Commercial. So yeah, there's yeah, just all the basic stuff. Simple. Yeah, they want you to pay a premium to get a package or to get all that stuff. I remember getting the cheat books from some of those games. Was it what was that one? Perfect Dark. I think I bought the code book for that. And what was the other one? Duke Nukem. I remember that one. Yeah, they want you to buy all this stuff to get like a premium to help you in the game and spend money on coins or upgrades or anything like that. Yeah, the old Nintendo 60, yeah, Perfect Dark, 007, GoldenEye. There's a couple other ones that were like that. The arcade shooter type games. Those were kind of cool. They're kind of ahead of their time. But I remember, yeah, Duke Nukem. What was the other one? Descent. Doom. Doom was like classic. Remember that one? To get the BFG. If you got a BFG in Doom, yeah, right on, man. You were styling. And then the guy would smile. So I don't use StreamYard. I don't do StreamYards. I just do regular through for YouTube. So I don't use the StreamYards. I was hoping when I did the upgrade, it would fix it, but apparently it does not. Although I noticed the quality is much better, especially with this forward camera. I don't know why it's still flipped. When I film videos, though, it it reverses them. It's the live that does not, for whatever reason. But when I'm filming videos, it's backwards. But when it films, it flips around. All right, yeah, have a good one. I'll probably be wrapping it up soon, anyways, too. Got to work on a couple of things. There will be a review tonight. In a little while. It's going to be a What's Poppin' video, so you can check that out. I'm going to be working on another poll. I just got to get everything ready for that one. And I got to work on some more Thanksgiving content. Some of it, I don't know, man. So, yikes, I'm telling you. They got some weird stuff out there for Thanksgiving. And actually, I found a bunch of new Christmas stuff that I got on order, so I'm gonna try and find that. There were a couple things I wanted to get. I could not find them though. They're all sold out. But still be on the lookout for new stuff. And like I said, tomorrow I'm probably gonna go check out Popeyes, and I might try Little Caesars and maybe some other ones. I don't know. Still got a lot of stuff out there. I got a backlog of things, and I try to get those done. Whole bunch of new stuff I just found online. Hopefully that will show up. Like I said, I got my haul. I learned about Cuba. Had a little bit of food tonight. So I do appreciate you guys, hanging out tonight and saying hi. I know things broken up into 2 parts tonight, but to get everything straightened out, and I'll be working on some more stuff. And I'll be back on Friday. We'll figure something out. Like I said, this week is not too bad. I don't know if it's supposed to rain tomorrow or not. I don't know. It's been kind of iffy here. We've been getting rain off and on. It's definitely cold and overcast, so I don't know. Even if I go out, I think it's going to still be a little bit dark and gloomy out there. So I don't know. I'll have to find something to keep me warm. But other than that, stay tuned for all the new stuff. Like I said, I have to work on a poll. New videos coming up. I got to work on a bunch of other stuff. And just get everything ready to go. So I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Everybody taking part in the polls, leaving the comments. I appreciate it. Also, thank you for the super chat earlier. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good week. Stay inside, stay warm, I guess. And get ready for Thanksgiving, because we're coming up pretty quick. About a week or two. Still don't know what I'm gonna do. I still got actually I have another thing of turkey noodles. The turkey dinner noodles. And I got my Oreos, so I don't know. It's not really that great, but who knows. But other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. It was kind of wild night, and I went off on all kinds of weird tangents and different ideas. But I'll figure out something for the next one, guys. And I hope everybody has a good week. Check back with you guys on Friday. And I hope everybody has a good one. And I'll let you guys know if I find anything interesting. I'll maybe post them on Instagram or anything like that. And other than that, guys, thanks for tonight. Thanks for hanging out, chat with me for a little while. Hope everybody has a great week. And I will see you all later. And I'm going to wrap it up and head on out of here. So, all right, guys, have a good one. I will see you all on Friday for the next live. All right, have a good night.